Hello, Infused Transitions, and welcome one and all. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by, checking us out. We hope that you enjoy our channel and that you decide to become a part of our collective, our group. And for those of you who are returning, thank you guys so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And I love the fact that when you do hit those likes, the subscribes, the sharing, and all of that, this does a wonderful, wonderful job in getting these messages out to others who may also benefit from them. Okay, so for everyone, of course, as always, only take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's completely okay. If this message particular is not for you, we invite you to check out any of the other readings that we already have on this channel and or come back and check us out. Anyway, okay, so we are going to get going. And for us here in the US, it is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day. And I... I asked her, let's bring out some beauty cards, some very, to me, what seemed very feminine cards, and then they also wanted to throw in a few other card decks. These are the decks I felt pulled to pull out. We may use all of them. Some of them I never know. Sometimes they'll completely change direction on me. So we will see what comes out, and we'll go. I'm going to put them down there. Sorry about that noise. Put them down here. All right, where are we going to begin? All right, guys. So I hope you all are enjoying your day today, making it special for yourself. If you know, if you so desire to do something that maybe you haven't done in a while, but that it's just something you enjoy doing, I hope that you set aside the time to go do that for yourself. As always, for those of you who are for those of you who are new, I do shuffle all decks off camera, but I also like to do it on camera so that you can see decks have been shuffled. All right. Do we have any other messages for our viewers for today? Can we get just one more, please? Oh, okay. That's a little too many, but all right. Self-love was sticking out, and I heard, well, look, because all I could see was the S. But we do have that self-love came out, was making itself known. So we do have self-love. And on the bottom of the deck, we have blessings. All right. So we do have, all right, like I said, we have self-love. Move that out of the way a little bit. We have guidance, and we have ask for guidance. The divine will meet your every need. And I love this card because it's about old and new and everything in between, because he's part of it is a textbook or an old book or a book, and then the other part of it is a computer keyboard. So I love that it's honoring the fact that you can find information, answers, ideas, concepts, whatever you want to call that. It doesn't have to be just what's right now, and it doesn't have to be just what's in the past, right? It's about combining wisdom from multiple sources. We also have spirit animal here of the owl, who is a very strong spirit animal for me. So I love that. We have gratitude, peacock, so a peacock feather, so you may want to look up peacock energy. Say thank you. Experience the joy of acknowledging others. Which, how fitting is that when today is Mother's Day, right? And then, of course, like I said, we had self-love, made itself known. Care for your body. Self-love and self-acceptance are ultimate acts of self-care. Self-love and self-acceptance are ultimate acts of self-care. I don't know. I was just told that that needed to be repeated. We do see a city like here in the background, but then there's woods between that separating where she is in the city itself. And the waters are very calm. But yeah, so self-love, self-care, self-acceptance. I'm not going to take these, but I will acknowledge them just because we're wanting to not have a whole bunch out here. So we do have friendship. Call a friend. When you're mirrored with love, you see yourself clearly. Retreat. Take a mini retreat, which we see here, right, with the self-love. Listen to the voice of your soul, which, you know, a lot of times it's really hard for us to be able to hear our inner voice until we actually disconnect. And being able to disconnect in this way and really just go within, listen to the self, that's really quite beautiful. Oh, I turned that around. Oh, look at that. See, I thought that was the card that I had put back. And it didn't. Apparently it had flipped. Chase your dreams. You may be surprised by where they lead you. And it's a beautiful card. It's like the leaving behind that, sorry, that chrysalis that was it within. The moon card is there, so, and now it's daylight. So it is a complete transformation. Okay. An achievement. Achievement. Chase your dreams. You may be surprised where they lead you. And then the last one out was support. Offer your support to someone. Experience the joy of serving others. And it's funny because I just heard, you know, a lot of times people think they don't have anything to offer. Excuse me. They feel like they don't have, they can be like, well, what do I have to offer somebody? What do I have to give someone? Sorry. But you'd be amazed at sometimes just having a conversation with someone about what you would think would be just a conversation. It's just a conversation, right? And to them, it's like, wow, that was an aha moment. Or, yeah, that's a great idea. I could really use that to shift some things for myself, right? So you never know. You never know. All right, I guess we're going over here next. I feel like for those of you who are looking for guidance, I feel like by doing, you know, again, put on your detective hat, right? Putting on your detective hat, doing your research, and expressing, you know, thankfulness along the way, excuse me, for whatever it is that you learn, discover, what comes forward, is really important, as well as the taking care of yourself and learning to chase your dreams. I feel like, it may feel to some of you like, wow, this is a really self-centered reading. And I don't mean that in a flippant way or a snobby way, but it really is about an emphasis of taking care of the self. And I'm sorry, I must apologize. I do have quite a few challenges when it comes to some seasonal allergies. So I have to apologize for my my voice that may come and go, and the coughing and the cough drops, and probably the frequent drinking of, I have my my herbal tea, which is almost gone. I love this thing. It's got a tea container. You put your bag or loose leaf tea in there, and then you just fill it with water and let it steep. And then I have water. So I may end up doing that quite a bit. So my apologies. Anyway, let's get back. All right. What else do we have? I will say too, notice that in each one of these pictures, each person is alone. And I also see we have 2 masculine, 2 feminine. So there may be some wanting to do, I just heard the word recalibrating and rebalancing of the masculine, feminine energies within, honoring both, ignoring neither. Okay, what else do we have? Imagination. I love this card. I think this card is so, okay, I love all her cards. They're so beautiful. Imagination. Life's difficulties are called to consciousness, a grace-inspired event that challenges us to reach beyond limited thinking. They're saying, repeat that. So, life's difficulties are a call to consciousness, a grace-inspired event that challenges us to reach beyond limited thinking. And one of the things I notice about this card too is this fortress, this castle, this however you want to word it, it's floating in the air, where the other ones that are in the background are very well grounded. Reaching beyond limited thinking. So, and because this one is raised up in the air and the others are grounded into the background, I don't know if you can see those very well, but there's this one, and then there's one way back here, and they're in the ground. This one is up in the air. Which I feel like too, when you're looking in for this guidance, right? So there may be something that's going to challenge you in your journey that you're on right now. I'm hearing it's almost like there's nothing wrong with the imagination. Aw, a little chipmunk just made itself known right outside my door. It's so cute. So some of you may want to look up chipmunk energy and from a few different sources and see if anything resonates for you there. But back to the card, I feel like, again, there's this imagination, and then we have achievement of your dreams coming true. I feel like for some of you, there's almost like the dream needs to be grounded here. It needs to be brought into the here and the now. It needs to be okay, so I was going to say it needs to be anchored here, and I don't mean anchored as in something drudgery, heavy, blah blah blah. Not the low vibing kind of energies people think of when they think of anchoring, but anchoring it here is in making it, solidifying it, making it a reality. And I feel like this guidance, this doing your research, is going to help you to do that. I'm hearing things like lofty, a cut above. And it's like, see, you may get people who are going to say, oh, well, you just think you're so lofty above everybody else. And it's like, no, I just think differently, and I have a different goal and a different concept. And there's going to be people out there who this is going to resonate with. For others of you, it's going to be lofty in the sense of it's a higher vibration. It's higher vibrational. And it's not going to be for everyone, because not everybody is in that frequency yet. But it will service those who are in that frequency, and it's available to those who are on their journey in ascending. The next one we have is compassion. Be gentle with yourself. You are a magnificent soul. And look at this, guys. Very similar. The pose is very similar. And again, there's this concept, right? This self-love, being very compassionate with yourself, is about loving yourself and giving yourself that self-love, that self-support, that self-acceptance. I would say being thankful for the self, being thankful for your body, and expressing that. Expressing that to your body. Watch. Watch for a miracle. Sorry about that. Watch for a miracle. Coincidences are divinely inspired moments designed to remind us that a higher power is guiding our lives. Watch. And I do feel like, again, that there's a part of this that has to do with the gratitude or just the thankfulness, just taking a moment and saying, thank you. You know, I appreciate that you brought this into my life, whatever this is, right? All right, let's get out one more. Let's get out one more. I will say, you know, it's Mother's Day, so we do have some family, some visiting happening. And the dogs tend to get a little excited, so, you know, you may get noisy from time to time. We do have invoke and ask for a blessing. There is an endless supply of divine support awaiting your request. And I, again, love this card. Okay, sorry about that. Had to put the dog in a different part of the house. Okay. So we have the invoke, we have the asking, and I find this card so beautiful and so intriguing. It's like the miracle, the blessing that she's asked for, right? Is coming in this form of this little bubble. And to me, it's like we can often, it's see-through, it's light, it's airy. We can often not miss as in we don't receive it, but miss it as in recognizing it as a synchronicity, as a miracle, as support, but it's there nonetheless. And again, just say thank you. Just thank you. Whether I've noticed it or not, whether I caught it or not, whether I recognize it or not, I still thank you for all the support, all the blessings, everything that you've given me. I've just appreciate it. Everything that I've worked with you in co-creating to manifest, I appreciate it, right? And gift. Grace is a gift from God. And again, God can be whatever that higher power, whatever that wording is that you use, just plug that in there. We don't need to work hard to earn it, feel worthy enough to deserve it, or surrender our needs to receive it. The gift of grace is our birthright. All right. Some very, very beautiful messages. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Can we get... Thank you. This is about your prosperity. And we have, the more I take care of myself, the more prosperous I am. Look at that beautiful, beautiful greenery. Just abundance, growth, blooming. Sorry. Quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. All right, where are we going? Okay. What else do you have for us? I mean, the message is clear here. And again, I find it so fitting, especially because today is Mother's Day. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter what you identify. None of that matters. We all have masculine and feminine energies. The feminine energy in you is wanting some self-love, some compassion, some me time. And this taking care of yourself allows you and opens you up to being more prosperous. And the more prosperous that we are within, the more prosperity that we expand outward, which means, again, ripple effect, guys. This is how we affect the world. And I would think that we would want to affect the world in a way from self-love, self-care, self-acceptance kind of vibrations that are true and genuine instead of the opposite of those, right? All right, what else do we have? Oh, okay, thank you. My future is an ideal projection of what I envision now. Did you catch that? My future is an ideal projection of what I envision now. So what are you envisioning now? What do you think about now? What do you devote your time and attention to? What is your talk? Because your talk Your thought, your talk create your walk. Your thought, your talk, your walk create your future, and you're doing that from your now, from your present time. What else? All right. Thank you. All right, let's see. What else do we have? All right, let's get one more, and then I'll do the rock that you're showing me, the crystal you're showing me. Can we get one from here, please? Sometimes the cards take a while, so, you know, if you want to fast forward, feel free. You're saying it's there. So just bear with me here, or like I said, fast forward. Nice. So here it talked about prosperous, right? The more prosperous you are in the act of taking care of yourself. And then it says, my soul is illuminated with the glowing excitement of attracting prosperity. Release the burden of uncertainty and replace it with unshakable trust and surrender. Now, I realize sometimes it can be extremely challenging to trust, right? And surrendering. So even if I feel that even if those things are challenging for you, practicing the first part of just releasing the burden of uncertainty can be a beautiful window to allow these other two things to take place naturally, so to speak, in the sense of, again, just having a session with you. Get yourself grounded and connected, right? And you just say, help me. Just, I would say making it a stronger statement. I am releasing now this huge burden of uncertainty. The uncertainty I have about blah, 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 right? You speak your words that that most resonate with you. But, you know, anywhere where I have a block, a limit, or a restriction around releasing this burden of uncertainty, right? Clear it out. Clear it out. Gone, 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 right? Just, again, utilizing your own invoking for yourself on your behalf. May I remember to believe beyond what I can see. Again, where this is challenging, speak the words. I am deeply grateful for everything that shows up in my life. And I realize that one can be challenging, especially if we've had several challenges along the way. That one can be very difficult to do. But again, hand it over. Just hand it over. Okay. I'm going to look this up and read to you guys what it says on the little bit of paper I have about it. This is one of my Endara crystals. And it just really kept pulling my attention to this specific one. None of the other ones, but this specific one. It's kind of a teal color. And I don't know how well the camera may or may not pick that up. So let's see what this one is. I tend to keep these by my desk just because I never know when they're going to pop in with their their wisdom. You know, I never know when they're going to pop into the thing. All right, this particular Andaran crystal is Heart of Lumeria from Sacred Land Extinct Species. It says, does your soul resonate with Lumeria? Perhaps you worked in the healing and crystal temples there. There were Andara healing temples used for healing, oracular divination, and spiritual pursuits. These species Andara helps you access your memories from this life stream, and not only that, but to reawaken the gifts you have stored within you. So I feel like, you know, if you need to listen to that again, you can just hit rewind. But I feel like, because we are talking about self-love, self-care here, this can be either way, or it can be both ways. Obviously, there can be more than that, but what is coming to me is that for some of you, it may be about giving yourself a healing session and inviting yourself to just go back to the Lemurian temples and do a healing session for yourself. You're just calling it in. Invoke it. Invoke it. You have the ability. You have the words. They are within you. Just make sure before you begin, you get yourself grounded and connected. Make sure you do your wording or whatever to ensure that you're protected. And that you state before you even begin that when the session is complete and you have finished, that you fully come back, right? Fully empowered. Okay. So that wasn't what I was going to say, but that's what they had me say. Fully empowered, fully grounded, fully, present, fully aware, fully here, fully present, and then set your intentions. And if you don't know what you need while you're there, you can simply state that, what bringing forward healing for whatever's for your best and highest, whatever is aligned, whatever is blah, 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 whatever that is for you, however you want to word that. And then be, again, very gentle with yourself, because we are talking about being very gentle with ourselves here throughout this reading. And we do have being very compassionate with and towards the self. So anyways, this is the messages that I have for you guys today. I hope that this was helpful. Again, happy Mother's Day. Enjoy yourselves. Invest in you. And until next time, guys, bye. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell.